We live. Let's get it. Should let this finish. Darn. Sure that announcement goes live. Too many. Dang it. Little Wolf, welcome in, welcome in. Jeremy, welcome in as well. Hope you guys are having a good night so far. Gotta be quicker than that. Those ads, man. Give me my trinkets. So earlier today, I got this trinket and this trinket. Like, what? What are the odds? Why can't that be Finale Fury, by the way? Finale Bleed's not horrible, but the same one? Exact same trinket. Like, what are the chances? I also got... Where'd it go? Aha, yeah. I had a lifesteal spicy mage with crit damage. I'm happy about this one. I wish that was overcharge or spicy damage up best, but Sour Club, nice. Welcome in, Gary. Welcome in. I am not New Game Plus 4 yet, so I ain't got that yet. We'll get there eventually. Bad. 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 Very bad. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Yeah. Real bad. Real good stuff there. That's what we were looking for. You know, if you get the really bad ones out of the way really early, you might get some good ones. Wow, almost through 2 chests. Good thing we still got 6 to go. Haha. Alright, good. The announcement did go live. So good that that works. I'm asleep, but just wanted to say hi. No worries, man. Thanks for saying hi. Hope you had a good day, even with all the chaos. Look, I got one step closer to a good spicy mage trinket. Welcome in, Fancy. Welcome in. This is the best one I've got so far. The lifesteal is really fun because you can just endlessly tank with the lifesteal and the ladybug armor. My healing. So it's fun. It's fun, but if that was spicy damage up best, it would be way better. Or overcharge. Wouldn't suck either.
All geared up.
Don't lie, good sir. You will be here for an hour. No, I checked. Velocity, it's 100% you. I checked before stream. My voice is so loud. In the recordings, it is ridiculously loud. I don't know what's going on your side, but I messed with it for like an hour earlier today, and I messed with it before I started. So it's 100% good on my end. That I can't tell you. But compared to how I've had it previously, it is so loud right now. My mic is still like shoots up. That I don't know, man. Maybe you just have the stream somehow turned down. Oh, you can hang out with Ludwig, but you can't hang out with me. I don't know what it is, man, but I checked it. The audio is very loud now. I swear. My mic cuts out if I put it any higher. It's literally at the maximum, like the decibels or whatever, when you look at OBS. It don't want to go no higher. Yeah. Where are all the aphids? Where are them aphids? I mean, I'll farm these just for the sake of crazy. I don't know. I can't understand it. It sounded... I did a recording, and comparatively, it sounded really good. It was uncomfortably loud, putting it any higher, though. And I don't use my headphones all the way up on their sound either. There he is. Come here. Night. Sleep tight. Don't oversleep tonight. What's up, Oozin? How's it going? Thank you, everyone, for giving that video today some love. It was a fun one to make. Took forever, but it was fun. Did you mess up your haircut or something? No, I just tend to wear hats all day because I work from home. Haircut's all good. How's a roly-poly there? That is New Game Plus. As you go up in New Game Pluses, here, I'll show you something even scarier. Different bugs can spawn in different areas as you increase in New Game Plus difficulty. So, like, now, we get this. Oh, good call. I turned it off because I was making videos. Thank you. What's the plan for tonight? We do some mega building as always, and I think I'm going to do the hedge lab. And Timber's going to make an appearance at some point. So, see that? See that right there? That's not normally there, is it? Yeah. Like Black Widows spawn in New Game Plus in the lower yard. Black Ox Beetles can spawn in the lower yard. There's like... I know of one Black Ox Beetle for sure. There might be two. There's that roly-poly. There's 3 or 4 Black Widows that can spawn. Oh, the hair joke came. Yeah. Yeah, they change. So, like, the first one, I think, like, 1 Black Ox Beetle spawns. And then as you increase in difficulty, more and more things get added into the yard. It just progressively makes the whole yard scarier. Bruh, chill. That does no damage. It ain't even worth it. I don't need that. Leave me alone. I swear, if he comes running around there. I hate fighting Black Widows now. They're the worst. What do you think of the Skyrim video? Honestly, I got so busy with work today, I didn't have time to do anything. So I have not watched it yet, but I will. One of those days, I forgot I had a call that I had to be on that ended up going for like an hour and a half instead of like 30 minutes. And got a bunch of orders I had to process today. Tons of quote requests for some reason. It was a busy day. And I was more focused on getting the video posted and edited and stuff. Running around in New Game Plus 4, you gotta keep your eyes open. Seriously though. Pretty much everywhere there's a wolf spider turns into a Black Widow spawn. Is pretty much what it's feeling like. It's not scary at all. There's a couple spots that are horrifying too, because they're in the little caves. What am I supposed to do with that? Nope. 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 It's a nope and a nope. Yeah, those are some good ones. We got some good ones there. This is why I don't normally do exploits in game. But this was one where I am quite glad that I went ahead and duped a bunch of that stuff. Because, man, the trinket grind is painful. Whoa. Excuse you? Thank you. We did it. Got lucky with a cone. I mean, I have a couple decent ones. Cones, honestly, I don't even know if I have one like really good cone. I have decent cones, or like this cone, which is just, I like that it has quickness and lifesteal. So when I'm just running around the yard fighting things, it's just like a good all-around trinket. But I got one earlier with loot luck lifesteal, and if it had the quickness, ooh, it'd be the perfect all-around one. I love just being able to face tank random thing. You don't have the sausager yet? I have it. That's what we were just using. Okay, that was... I see the tactic. Miss your shot and then trick me while your friend gets me from behind. Quite rude. Quite rude. Get out of here. Fresh, weakness, quickness, loot luck. Not bad either, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, this is just better. In here. Yeah, just spam. Kill them all. Already came in here. Okay. Yeah, little you can't get to... Ooh. Excuse you. Dang, I need to upgrade the damage on this thing. Honestly, I should be killing all these spider webs. Yeah, I guess technically you can be a new game +2 to get the sausager. I got it in new game +3 though. That's just the order I had done things in. It's probably pretty typical for most people, I would say. Is going to be new game +2. Or no, new game +3. You have to do everything very efficiently to do it. Otherwise. Or no, you have to be in new game +3, sorry. Because you have to get... You can't get the fire ant queen poison recipe until new game +2. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. The cheese. I got one infused one out of that whole... all of those? Oh yeah. I don't want that on. Level is the staff 11 currently. It'd be a lot higher if I didn't waste upgrades on the frosted flake and the pepper flake. The staffs are 100% not the best items currently in New Game Pluses, but because of this attack speed thing with yeah, Frosted Flake, rip it, rest in peace, man. Because there's the new Spicy Mage and Mage stuff, I really want to get, like, a good Mage build. There's good ones, it's just getting the right trinkets, honestly. Easier said than done. Oh, okay. Spicy staff for spicy staff, I see how it is. It's a very cheesy build. Both up to 12. I just have fun with the staffs, honestly. That's all it is. I got a sour damage best, sour damage, or sour mage trinket. So I'm gonna have to try that one out. I don't really use the sour one, but it wouldn't be bad in the final defense to have some stun against all the flying garbage that always ends up destroying everything. I have so much fun with this attack speed, though. It's just so silly. With lifesteal now, it's not too bad. Most people don't care for the staves. Honestly. You have to like the... I don't know. I just have fun with them. One, they're just good AoE weapons, which is one thing I like about them. Because there's not many other good AoE weapons. I want that. But man, the staffs are just fun. Just one of those things, I don't know. And like, I don't want to go, okay, what just, oh my goodness. Okay, can we parkour back up? I don't even know what pulled me off there, that was weird. Oh jeez, don't do it. Chill, no, chill, chill. This is unlocked, dang it.
I'm feeling more sciencey already.
But we can get up at least. What a save, we did it. You stay away with your sour garbage, man. Get out of here with that. Nobody wants that. Where are you going? Okay, whatever. Let's go kill him. This is the worst spot for sour. Worst spot. Yep, I knew it. What a save, and then we do that. Oh, I hate spawning over here, too.
Hey, wait, big guy.
The worst spot to spawn. Panicked. I know, if I would have just blocked the one attack, would have been fine. That's busted, though. The sour stuff is so annoying. Honestly, I don't really mind anything else because I feel like you can dodge the spicy and you can dodge... You can't dodge the frost, but it's not as oppressive. It's oppressive, but it's not that bad. But man, the sour staffs in any tight area, you're toast. But the key to everything is just perfect block, and it doesn't matter at all. Instead of running all the way back, I'm going to do the cheesy thing here. I have this that goes up, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's one of those. But then I can't get back up. Dang you. I'll remember it. Why don't your sour do that much damage? It's only level 11? I don't know. I'm not using a setup for that either. Pickaxe is a cool weapon. I like it, honestly. It does... It seems like damage output is very similar to the Club of the Mother Demon from what I was experiencing. And then the fact that you can use Smasher, like, and it has Finale Bleed is very similar to... Because I always liked that you got poison with the Club of the Mother Demon, but against all of the bosses, most of them are poison resistant. At least the spider ones are poison resistant and stuff, and there's a lot of things that are resist to poison. So it was like, felt overkill, but Finale Bleed is great. So I kind of like that it does something different, and the Smasher perk is better than just about everything else than the Club of the Mother Demon, because like Berserker is horrible. Can't out heal the damage now of anything. So I'm testing it out. I like it so far. It's also nice that it frees up an extra spot because my inventory always has problems now. If you just got into New Game Plus 1, which weapon would you upgrade past level 9 first? That's hard. Because obviously, in my opinion, the battle axes are the best, but you don't unlock these until New Game Plus 3 now, because the Frosted Flake and the Pepper Axe got nerfed, essentially. So I wouldn't necessarily say there's like a best Upgrade the weapon you like. Fresh, any fresh weapon you have is probably going to do you good. Do I have the wrong trinket? What is this? I often feel that fresh is probably the best option because the vast majority of things are weak against fresh. Salt. You definitely need a salt weapon in New Game Plus because you have to beat the Wasp Queen and the Mantis, so you need a really good salt weapon as well. So like the Club of the Mother Demon, if you have that salty, is a good option. Especially because you don't get the salt chipper until New Game Plus 3 anyways. How can you not have fun with this, you know? Exhaustion recovery wouldn't be horrible either. Anything but what I keep getting. It's cheesy, but man, is that fun. Yeah. Mint Mace and Club are not bad ones. As long as you like the Mint Mace. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, so... Ouch. Oh, no! Okay, well... Yep. The Pepper Axe is not good anymore, really. Unfortunately, the effect is wasted. I don't know why they chose the Exhaustion recovery, because that's already what you get with the Chopper perk. So it doesn't feel impactful enough for it to make a difference. What the heck? Why is there sticky fingers right here? What? Did I drop that there at one point? What the heck? Random? No, this is the, what's this? The Blazing Edge. The Pepper Axe is... It's the same thing, just a different model. But they ended up changing it to... So if you look at the, what, Chopper? So with Axe Master, you get Axe apply a buff so that it removes the stamina regen delay when not exhausted. So essentially, the Pepper Flake and the Frosted Flake got... Oh, I should have gotten those. Got that effect. So it's just like doubling down on the perk or the mutation that you already get. Which, I mean, you're not going to use anything else with an axe anyways. It's really good. So it's kind of wasted. It's not... At least from my experience, it wasn't impactful enough to notice any difference. And compared to the Finale Fury, it's absolute garbage. It's just not as good. They're still not... They still do the same damage, but the reason they were good was because of Finale Fury. Which, the Frosted Edge, what is it? Right? Yeah, or the Fresh Edge... The Blazing Edge and the Acid Edge all get Finale Fury, so every final attack, you buff your attack speed. Which is just amazing. Just makes them so good. Comparatively, the other ones just aren't as good. Unfortunately. Oh my gosh, that was horrifying. Honestly, I don't know why I use... the aphid slippers in this area. It's the worst. They're so bad in the hedge. Sorry, I hate this song. I need to set up some more zip lines in this area so I can save myself when I do dumb things and die to sour infused things. Yep. Turn around. Alright, whatever. We'll just get this stuff first. Oh, I'm still missing one. Question is, where is the last one? Alright. Can't see what he's doing. Stop running, you turd. Uh-oh. Dude, that's all 2 of them spawned. Crap. 3 of them spawned. Run! Don't get hit. We just spam away. Hop. Run. Yeah, you can't face me. No, he slowed my attack speed. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, there we go. Ah! Get out of here. The poison is the ultimate. Dude, what? If they just nerfed the range of that, honestly, it would be totally fine. It's the distance that it shoots out, because you can't get away from it. It's another one of those things where it's like the indicator, I feel like, doesn't feel correct. Or like, I want the feedback of knowing when I'm getting attacked, because when you compare all the other things in the game, they're a lot, it's very obvious when something is happening. Like,
I'm not picky.
he's using this attack pattern. This is easy now. Okay. Dude, what?
Poison.
You got poison too? Rude. I'm not getting anywhere near that thing. Another infused one? They everywhere. You got spicy and explosives. Can't get hit. Yep, what did I just say? Don't get hit. What is the first thing we do? We get hit.
All geared up.
Ah! Whoa, oh, I hate the delayed explosions too. It's so hard to tell what they're doing. Give me some stamina. There we go. Alright, we did it. Maybe. Excuse you? Burn, baby. I'll take that McMuller all day. I'm gonna go find the scanner as well so I can turn that thing off. It's the worst. Sometimes. Yeah. Oh, it's already in here though. What's that? I'll take it. Ah, there it is. Now that'll go away. Going up on a Tuesday. Hey, I only wanted the good stuff. I don't want this garbage. Shh, don't tell him. Ha! Sucks to suck. This is much harder to tell what I'm doing when it's this dark. Yeah. Just wanted to say that I love the video made about tips for base building because it's helping with ideas for my pagoda base. Nice, dude. Very happy that it's helping. It was a, oh my goodness. Okay. It was a fun video to make. Took a long time. It was a very slow process for me. There's a lot of random stuff I had to do in that video, and recording and putting images or all the background stuff that was going on. It was fun though. It was one of the more like in-depth videos I've made so far. As long as it helps one person, I'm happy. Can't complain. I thought it was funny because Paralyzer posted a top 10 base building tip tricks today, and I'm like, really? The day I finally decide to finish the video, he posts the same type of video? And I was like, he's not a mega builder, so it's not quite the same. Like, his stuff is very much geared towards a slightly different building audience than the stuff I'm doing. Welcome in, Goose, by the way. Hope you're having a great night and having fun building. Did I get the last one? Get so distracted fighting everything. Oh, of course. No. Why?
Spiders were bad enough when they were the size of my pinky toe.
Why do I do this to myself? Ah, of course. Alright, we'll make a day. I don't like running around in there at night. I feel like I just get lost the whole time. Not that after beating it now 4 times or whatever, why I'm still not remembering where everything is. That's what chat's for. Paying attention for me when I'm not. Just need a teleporter, honestly. I have the broodmother one. Why don't I use that? Durger. Getting this teleporter network set up is going to be wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just needed to deposit all this garbage. Yeah, I don't need any of this at the other base. Put this food. Actually, we'll just eat it. Whatever. Bad. 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 Real bad. Is that because this chest is empty? Come on, what is happening? Dude. Lagging out. There we go. Oh yeah, this garbage trinket thing. Forgot one. And just keeps collecting those for the other base. Efficient as possible. Yeah, my next video I'm planning on doing is the tutorial for the pagoda base as well. Now we finally finished the build tips video. So now I gotta remember how I built this whole thing. It's been a while. Not good. They aren't good. That's my... yeah. It's my sandbox one. At least the nice part is that I can just sit here and remake, just dupe trinkets all day. Nope. 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 No. Nope. Definitely not. I'm good without that, or that, or that, or that. pair these up a bit. Eat that.
Rub time.
Alright, finish that lab now. Just TP to the brood mother if I can remember which one it is. This one. That one. This one. That one. This one? Aha! We did it. Oh, they all respawned. Hopefully that doesn't mean that all the other random stuff respawned.
This is awesome!
Cause that would suck. Ain't nobody got time for you guys. Oh my dude. Rip off. I love when you just like hit a weird slope like that. And the game's like, you've been yeeted off the face of the earth.
Nice and safe.
Going fast is actually going slow. Where am I going? I can get back up going this way. Yeah, I need to find a more efficient way to do this. Ooh. Actually, it was just because I knew this raw science was here. And I definitely wanted the raw science. Definitely. And some lunch. I fall off. It's sad how much I fall off. It just reminds me every time, though, of doing it, because the first time I ever played this game, I was playing a 4-person multiplayer, and with some friends, and we spent hours, literal hours doing this lab, because every single time we got close to finishing it, people would fall and die. And we just were constantly running back and forth and back and forth. It was such a mess. But it was like one of those times where like a funny mess. Like it was comical the whole way. Like one of my buddies is a very oh dude, what am I doing? Killing myself here. The saves though. Only the best can do that. One of my friends rages pretty hard, in a funny way for us. Makes me die laughing. Is that where I need to get? Yeah, I think so. So he was literally losing his mind. It was so funny. Aha. I literally walked right past that one, actually. Earlier. Genius. No, I want the snacks. My snacks. You can't have none. But yeah, this lab can be painful. Very painful. Alright. We did it. We're only kind of bad. Oh yeah, I get the new chip. That's not useful though. Lifesteal, loot luck. That's what I want, but with the quickness. I want this with the quickness. The quickness. The quickness! Why do you hate me? I don't think there's anything I can get out here. Nope. Actually, I didn't go to the, that thing. What if? I'm just missing out on a trinket. Oh, we can get this now. Is it in this one? No. This way. The next one? Yeah, it's the next one. After watching Paralyzer's video for freaking hour and a half or whatever, I know most of the spots now of all the milk molars. Semi-remember them all. At least I have a good enough general idea that I can remember things. Let's go back to the quickness trinket. Why do I suck right now?
Meals on wheels.
Can't jump. Can't parkour. Can't fight. Maybe we just need to go build. Wasn't even why I came in here. Yep. Didn't need to use that either. Oops. Dude. I'm the best there ever was. Catch them is my real test. Part of the issue is I switched to... that's a mistake. I forgot I put that away because I was like, well, I don't even need this thing anymore. I do. I do need it. That new Game Plus Milk Muller location video saved me from insanity. Yeah, I was losing my mind there at the end too. Honestly, it's really fun until you get to the last couple upgrades. Because it's just hunger and thirst at that point. To train them is my cause. Pokemon. That happened, yeah. It's such a grind, honestly. I think I got... Which one is it? Yeah, loot, luck, lifesteal, and max health. I kind of like max health better. These are all just my sizzle immunity ones. Fresh. If that had spicy mage, that just would have been a fun trinket. And then sour and spicy assault. I don't have any good spicy weapons. Or spicy trinkets. I need to go. I need one of those bad. I gotta go get that thing back. We'll travel across the land. Searching far and wide. Now I remember why I made an extra one of these for the armory, because I will always have one of these. Just replaces having bombs. Yeah. Jump. Alright, what else we got? Trinket grind. Nope. 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 Oh, minor threat and major threat, you know, just in case. Sour damage best and sour damage like major with something. Boss damage, event damage, those wouldn't suck. But otherwise, that ain't it. At least you get like half of the deduper back. Cost 12 per, you get 6 back when you dedupe them. Could be worse. It's slacking. Good thing I have a bunch. Alright. To the other base. Alright, let's see what we were working on. Where we were at. We did a lot of good work. We didn't do much on the outside as of yesterday. Got some of this done, messed with this a little bit, had fun with this little design. Don't know what you call it, but we did it. I think the front's finally turning out. Don't know if I love this balcony yet, but we're headed in the right direction. I also like kind of messing with this door and creating interesting shapes. These are kind of funky because I can't place a column correctly there. So I'm not sure. This is what we worked on last night though. Epic. The lighting at the bottom, the Weevil and the Aphid that we worship on the channel. Gonna be real good. We'll be getting some Weevil King and Aphid King emotes at some point. so everyone can do it. Gonna place some armor dummies. That's what I was gonna do. I need Luderav in here to tell me what poses he uses. Is that perfect, actually? It's not bad. Yeah, then we'll have someone playing each organ. And we're slowly just figuring out the details. Worked on this entrance. Still have to figure out the bottom part of this, but I was having fun with it. This part's kind of fun. And the patterning looks kind of cool. And I like that this one's different as well. I'm having fun with that part. Kind of switching it up. I typically am maybe too symmetrical with some of my builds, so I'm trying to not be so symmetrical and do some different designs at the same time. Lord Weevil, please give us luck. Seriously. So like overall it's almost the same, but I completely changed the sort of entrance to try out some different designs. I do really like this, kind of fun. I'm just having fun with the little triangles, really. Since you made the new video Pagoda Base coming soon. Yes, that is the next video we're doing, Fancy, just for you. I'm a man of my word. I will start working on it. The nice thing is I have a script already written for the Pagoda Base tutorial. I just took on maybe more, I don't know if more than I could handle is the correct term, but I took on more than I should have, where I was literally trying to recreate the base in a video, and I was like, this is long, I'm rambling, I'm not enjoying like how it's turning out. It was just too much detail, so I'm gonna kind of like pare the video down quite a bit, and instead of like literally rebuilding what I've done, I'm gonna set it up so people can rebuild it in their own way, which I think will be more successful. I don't care if people copy it. It has nothing to do with that. That look better? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Feels small. I don't know. But that way I can sort of, one, shorten the length of the video because it was getting ridiculous and I just found myself rambling on and on and on endlessly, which I wasn't a fan of. And then on top of that, it'll set it up in a way that people can do the basics of the build, and I'll teach them that, and then everyone can kind of make it their own, which I think will be better. Or at least set it up so people can sort of then go copy the details from mine, but they can also sort of just like, here's the basic outline, you fill in the blank how you want it. Because everyone's sort of changed, like, oh, I like the floors taller or shorter, or I put some different things here and there, and that's how I want it to stay. I want people to sort of like get the basic details down. How do you build the main walls? How do you build the stairs? That kind of stuff. The elevator, all those little details that are maybe the more complicated to build, and then the design specific stuff, kind of let people do their own thing. Like Velocity wanted to copy it piece for piece, and I'm like, all good, I'm down to help with that, but I don't need to make a video on all the little details because most of those are just decorations and stuff. Lord Fire Ant Queen and Red Ant Queen, please give back Walter White and Chicken Alfredo. Can I have some Chicken Alfredo if you like ants? Yeah, you could. Actually, by doing this, I can do some different things. Where's that? There. Make it like actually a door. Not bad. The shaping fits. I wasn't really enjoying the arches. They're really hard to work with. We only have very specific situations I like them. I think it would be cool to have a frog boss in the sandbox water part. Can I still have some? I'll take good care of him, Slasher. Unfortunately, with like a frog boss and stuff, thematically it just makes it's like impossible, because like like it's the same thing with the lizard. Like, really cool idea, would be very fun, but to execute it properly is extremely difficult because you're fighting bugs and the weapons sort of make sense, but like little rusty spear just doesn't feel correct fighting like a amphibian or a something that's not a bug is all. And I'm pretty sure that's why they never brought that into the game, the lizard, is because it just didn't thematically fit very well, unfortunately. I think it could have been very cool, but I understand why they never moved forward with it. There's one of those things, sometimes it's very difficult to be able to, like, do... You gotta keep things cohesive, I guess, as a game developer. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, unfortunately. Centipede. Yeah, something like that would be kind of cool. That would thematically fit. That might be too horrifying, though, is the scary thing. For some reason, like spiders, I mean, I'm not a huge fan by any means, but like at the end of the day, I can survive. It's a spider, but centipede? Oof. That's creepy. Scary right there. Yeah, spiders are... They do something good for the world, you know? They kill the other bugs that I don't want all over my house. Like, we can have a mutual relationship. As long as it's not a black widow, like a legit black widow in my house or something that's gonna kill me if it bites me. Other than that, I don't mind them. Spiders are aliens? I never knew. The more you know. So much to figure out still. Oh, I hate this detail. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to watch Ludrap's base tour and figure out how he did these. We'll be sending a wandering spider to your house. Little wolf. Oh, man. Horrifying. That's nightmare fuel right there. Is this overkill is the question. I guess there's only the two, actually. It may not be overkill. Be fun little lighting. I feel like these fit the Cathedral concept pretty well. Especially because I already have them. Oh, heck no. Lol, they freak me out. Nice. Especially because I already have some up here. I gotta figure out that lighting, because I don't like that it shines through from the other side. I also need to do this today. So many things to do, so little time. Like a gap look cool. Hey. Hard to say. Neurotoxin? It doesn't have to be neurotoxin for it to be scary, though. That's the thing. But if you're trying to scare me, it's working. I wish the handy net could play these. Oh, I love this centerpiece, man. I can't stop looking at it. It just turned out perfect. Chat with the epic ideas last night was awesome. They're helping out. I think this is too many yoked girth statues, though. Am I right? You can ignore those two. I just took those down when I was removing them. But, like, it's a lot of yoked girth statues, you know? I like them on the outside because the repetition makes sense in here, but I'm not loving them on the inside. The only reason I did it is because that was the only thing that fit. Like, I'm having fun, like, little statues here and there, because that fits the theme of the build very well. But this is a lot. So is it, like, one in the middle? Maybe that's the play. And then, like, two smaller things on the sides. Sure, I'll have use for more statues. I like using these things. They add a lot of fun detail to builds. I'm sure I'll find another place for them. Go where I tell you to go, sir. That's when it all starts coming to life, though, you know? Figuring out the little details as you go. Could always... It's just more yoked girth, though. That's the thing. There needs to be, like, one more statue. This isn't enough. It's not enough. I guess this would work in here, wouldn't it? No? It won't. You just... It's a hard no from Moldork. Hard no. Watch, I bet this will work. Bro, what? What do you mean? In what universe will you not stick to a angled wall? Okay, and then... Okay. I see how it is. I've been here before. I know there's workaround. It's all about order of operations. If you haven't watched my video I posted today, oops. It's all about order of operations. I thought that was a great tip. I feel like that's one of the ones that most people that haven't played and a ton of the game will miss. For some reason, the game just works when you place things in a different order. It said, absolutely no way are you placing this statue here. And then I placed the statue first and it said, all right, you win. We give up. It's that easy. I don't know, I was messing with this. It doesn't feel big enough, though. Also doesn't sit very well on those. I could also do... Can I do ash cement there? If I swapped these? Yes, I think I can. Would it look better, though? I don't know. So many little ideas. Let's mess with it on this side. I gotta move these first. Big spots could be like VIP boxes. I actually have an idea for that already. Huh. So we have to do that, and then we can't do the angled ones, can we? Bummer. Does that look cool? Nee, I don't like that as much. Dang, pieces won't angle. So the plan, Uzin, I'm not sure, I don't think you were here last night. So I'm gonna do a supporter building. So I'm gonna do a big temple based off of, if you've ever seen the Parthenon, if you look that up in Rome, or in Italy. Big temple. I don't think it'll be quite this big, but somewhere in this range. It'll go all the way back here to the bucket. It's also being built. This whole wall that goes around the outside of the sandbox is on a different grid than all of this building, which will also, I think, be kind of cool. And so we will build this out, and then I'm gonna do VIPs, donators. It may even be just elites. I also was thinking that, like, depending on what level you hit in the Discord, so like maybe if you're an elite, you hit this, you get this chest. If you get the next level up, you get that. If you get VIP, you get this or something else, you know. There's only 3 chests, so it doesn't work great because there's 4 things. So that's kind of the idea, is you get those things, and then we're also working through the president role. So there's actually something interesting for being the president, like Crazy is currently. I did see your message, Goose. I'll get back to you in 1 sec. So up here, I've never had anything to do with this interior area. And I was like, well, I have these perfect little platforms that I was going to put like bug mounts. And I was like, well, I already have armor dummies. So each president will get their own dummy. Then you get to pick the armor and the weapons behind it and the pose. And so then each president, the first time, not like if you got voted in multiple times on the Discord, each time there's a new president, you'll get placed up here. And there's like 12 spots, and we're gonna maybe like every month we'll do a new president or something like that. So then over in the next year, everyone will get immortalized in that build that was president. So that's kind of the plan. So all the VIPs and stuff will go into the like supporters temple that I'm currently working on. We're gonna be working on after this, if I ever finish the Cathedral build, you know. And yeah, how do you deal with the antlions? Few tactics. Tactic 1 is build in a way that they can't get you. So if you see this, this is the best place I've done it. So the antlions spawn down there. They cannot get up here because I have a lower level built in this area. So I specifically made this rise up so they spawn underneath and they can't get me. So if you come, you can hear them currently. Every once in a while they'll spawn up here and you just kill them. But I have my secret passage. And then I'd always have to make sure they're not infused or they'll ruin everything down here. The regular ones are honestly a joke. They die so fast. Also, if I see that they're not infused like that, I just try not to kill them. And this actually goes... Run quick. He saw me. Run. This also goes all the way around. As well under here. So that's where the other ones spawn. I made this originally as like a cool boss room, but then they didn't add the lizard. So that's how I deal with those ones. Then everything else, I did less successfully. So like these ones spawn out here. I just kind of leave them alone. This was an area, I may end up raising all of this up to like that level. And get rid of like 1 or 2 of these steps. Oh, especially because that's broken now and I can never fix it. Dang. They patched this thing out for some reason. So I can never fix that, actually. That's a bummer. When did he do that? Dang. That's a bummer. So I probably will be raising this up in the hopes that they will spawn underneath a little bit more consistently in this area. But currently this is the only place they really spawn. Over in this area, all the ones that spawn in this area, I'm going to have this be built up to what I was saying, the supporters... Oops. Leave me alone. The supporters thing that I was talking about will be up at this level, so everything should, in theory, spawn underneath this. So that'll ignore all of the ones here. And then I think the only other ones that really affect me are the ones that spawn on these stairs. Which... the last time I killed them, I think they spawned underneath. So the majority of things spawn underneath what I'm building, and you never have to worry about them. If I would have built it better, in the beginning, because I didn't really notice that that was the tactic until it was like halfway done placing all these foundations. That one, I don't know why. That's one of the ones that like spawns underneath. Dude, how rude. I don't know why. This is too thick. And somehow he still sees me. And then like that wolf spider is blocked in there as well. So the vast majority of things, like, as you can see, I've just blocked him in. So he can't ever get out of there. So that's the main tactic, is just build so they can never get out. Is there 2 in there? There's 2 wolf spiders in here. I didn't think 2 of them could spawn at the same time. It's scary. But it's even more effective now. This was too thick. I honestly don't understand how this one sees me. Because it's just this one. If I run around up on this other level... Yeah. A lot of the bugs just spawn underneath, really, is the answer. A couple spawn down here. As long as you don't kill the ones that aren't infused, they're really not that bad. There's one that spawns under these stairs. There's one that's under these stairs, typically. Once you get them trapped, you just kind of never want to touch them again. A black widow spawns in that. Scary. Maybe that's what it is. But like, as long as you leave that one alone, it's fine. Chill. Can't tell. But that's why 2 spiders, nice. Horrifying. Wish the sand didn't look like cat litter. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's why we're covering it. Get rid of all that poopy. So that's sort of the general idea. There's a couple areas, if I just would have done the design differently, I don't think you'd ever have to worry about any antline ever if you designed it correctly. Some of it was just like the way I worked when I was doing it. But like this one, so this is one of the spots where they spawn whatever I don't know what they're the same thing, but the pit antlines, and this one never attacks me. Like, that's what I don't understand. Unless I go and stand like right at the edge of this thing and I like look down in this little well thing, this one never attacks me. This one, you get anywhere within 100-yard freaking radius and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm coming after you. And I can't understand why. Do you have a throne room? Yes, I do, actually. So, I have to figure out how this one works. I don't understand how it sees through 2 layers of foundations, but it does. And they're overlapped, too, which makes it seem like one's a fan. This one's a hater, for sure. But I could always raise this up and... I don't know. There's going to be a big building somewhere around here as well. Throne room. Let's go this way. I'm guessing you haven't seen much of this space. I haven't done a whole lot of... There's a little bits and pieces of it in videos, but I haven't done a full like tour of this base. I want to do a super clickbaity. I spent 1,000 hours building this because I think I have at this point. So this is currently, I'm probably going to change this as well at some point because I don't have any like quarter and vertical blocks when I was making this. So I think I can make it a lot cooler now. All my titles will be clickbait. It's only clickbait if you don't follow up with a good video. Yeah? Did you think about it that way? Yeah, I spent 2,000 hours. Technically, I have, let's see, 2,242 and a half hours, according to Steam. And then this was originally going to be like my base. And then I was like, nah, I got to build something more. Yeah, the clickbait is unfortunately just part of YouTube. But it's only clickbait if you don't follow it up with a good video, is the way I see it. The video can be as stupid and ridiculous of a claim as long as the claim is semi-accurate in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's not clickbait if I say, I spent 1,000 hours building this base, and I literally have, you know? If you could max a weapon right now, what would you max? The frosted edge? Frosted edge? Fresh edge. Easy frosted edge. Most things in the game are weak. And I don't even use the Club of the Mother Demon anymore. I actually kind of like the Salt Chipper more at this point. Does the same exact thing as the Club of the Mother Demon. Finale bleed instead of poison. And it also is 2-in-1. And then this is my wizard area. That's hard to see. I like the creepy crow stuff, a little chandelier, infected broodmother stuff. This was a fun little build. Yeah. Catch it. Go, go, go. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, if it is great, it's fine. That's the way I see it. The way I don't like it is where, and this is not like shots fired or anything, but like a lot of Jade's videos, like Grounded is dead. Here's 10 other games. You're like, you couldn't just say that here's 10 other games if you liked Grounded. Like, why does it have to be Grounded's dead? That's not helpful for the community. Even if it's like clickbait and you immediately within a minute say that Grounded's not dead. It's like, those are the ones I don't like, where it's just like stupid. It's just a dumb comment overall. It's not helpful. The video doesn't get better because of it. But if it's like, hey, here's an outrageous claim that I am following up on, then I feel quite a bit different about it. Giving me tons of ideas just walking around. Good. Yeah, exactly, Uzin. Anything he says, exactly. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking on this wall, so that idea is in the trash. W adds because it means I'm supporting your channel. Woo! I appreciate the mentality, Carrie. It helps me out a lot watching the ads and stuff. Keeps it free for everyone too. Just a minute of an ads, and I'm trying not to talk about anything like useful while ads are playing as well. And if you miss something or feel like you missed something, you can just ask me and I'll repeat it. Or if you're like, oh, I was right in the middle of your sentence and an ad started, you just have to let me know. I'll tell you whatever happened. Can't remember how to get to Schmechter. Don't know how to spell his name. It is just, you have to get into Moldork's castle to go in its mouth and drop down. So you have to build across in some way, shape, or form. So can't get over how good the lighting looks. Thank you. Lighting is also another one of my build tips in the video I posted today. Lighting is like one of the most important things. It really makes, just like, I mean, you can see the difference between just here, where this is a cool floor and an interesting idea, and like here, how much it just like brings it all to life. And then you add in like colors, adds like cool lighting effects on this stuff, using lights like this where it's like when you're not right next to it, it just looks like a smoking effect. There's so many good lighting techniques you can use. Don't forget your ABCs. Yeah. How do you open his lab? You have to complete, you just have to get Wendell, and then I think you have to start the Java-matic in some, I don't know which step it is, but you have to get to a certain point of that. Oh, you can get into Moldork's castle? Yeah, I'm too lazy for parkour. Yeah, always be collecting, Goose. Never forget. I thought that was funny. Some people will say it's corny and lame, but it's one of those things. A lot of people are like, but I hate it. I can never have anything. How do you collect all that stuff? And I'm like, dude, I just come back with a full inventory every time I leave. If you don't come back with a full inventory every time you leave your base, you're making a mistake. You should just need Wendell for the lab. Yeah, you do the undershed, you get Wendell. Once you have Wendell, you should be able to do it. Because Wendell, you have to have Wendell to unlock it, essentially. I like that, but it doesn't like line up with anything. But this wall feels like it needs more ash cement, doesn't it? You can never have too much ash cement. It's just the good stuff. And then more lighting up behind it? Yeah. Why not, right? So the only other thing I could do is like... It's kind of weird. Like that. That. Alright. We'll test it. What if it did... This is how these ideas start. You just get one little thing, you know? Oh, that part doesn't work though. Could do a half one. Yeah. Don't feel right. Don't feel right. But you never know until you try. Corner pieces? Which corner pieces? Like flooring? Or like curved? Want to play more grounded and build my base, but I've been addicted to other games. It happens. I go through phases. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to play oops, some Subnautica like Friday, potentially. I'm just having so much fun. This build is turning out so good. I'm just like thoroughly enjoying myself. But so you're saying like here? I wish they went at an angle. That'd be cool. I mostly just wanted something to line up with that. I don't know. Subnautica is a great game, isn't it? Wish pieces didn't get longer on a 45. They're kind of weird, right? They just feel so big. This feels big too, though. I don't know. This is the process, though. If it would go in the middle, that would be better. Yeah, now you see it. But sometimes you just have to see it. Like, most of what I do is as I build. So, like, symmetry is something I was talking about the other night. Where, so I build out something like this. And then there's one part I like. I hate this bottom part. It's just not working for me. So as I build out this other side on this base, I use, I take the part I like, build it out on this side, and then use the blank space here to sort of retest, because I need that like blank canvas to be able to mess with the idea. Same thing, like the front is totally different. I used the middle part that I really liked. This was a detail that someone used in the Discord that I liked, so I wanted to use it, which I had on the other side, but I wanted to switch them up so they weren't perfectly the same. So I made this side slightly different, just because it's the back entrance, so why not make it a little different? And like every one of these towers, I built like 3 or 4 of them completely different until I figured out this is one design that I like, and I'm going to take this design and put it on this one, and the design of the top and put it on this one afterwards, and I just slowly combine them till it works. So Subnautica is scary. Couldn't beat it because of that. Oh man, I beat it like 5 to 10 times now. It's so good. Could use curved half walls. That's true. I haven't used many curved pieces in this build whatsoever. Or it could be like just that. Oops. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Funny enough, I've come up with a lot of random ideas on some of my stuff just by like placing things, moving them out of the way. And be like, oh my god, that's an amazing idea. Actually, it adds the detail that I want. It may mean something else as well, but I kind of like that. The curve's not horrible there either, though. I'm gonna have to look at that for a little. Or do the curved wall on top of the flat one. You're saying this? Like as an in-between thing? So many ideas. That doesn't look horrible. I kind of like the... Maybe it may not be too much mushroom, I don't know. Or too much ash wall, it's hard to say. I'm back. Just join the Discord. Oh yeah, if you're not part of the Discord, join that. You just hit 100 members on the Discord. Also, hello, sorry I'm late. And I can't stay long. No worries, crazy. Don't ever feel bad about being late, dude. I am not the only thing you guys can do with your lives, don't worry. There are other streamers, there are shows that are amazing. All sorts of stuff. I appreciate that so many people want to support the streams and stuff, though. Thank you for joining the Discord, Goose, by the way. It's a great little spot. We got a nice little, not the biggest community in the world yet, but it's growing little by little. Getting some really good builders in there as well. But other streamers don't build like you do, and I love it. Hey. That's what my hope is. Lost track of time watching those videos. I'll watch it tonight for sure, after stream. I'm in the mood for a funny Skyrim video tonight, honestly. Saying these triangle things? I want to look at Luderav's base tour. He used this technique. That's where I got it from. So I gotta look how he did it again. I mean, I put the mant in here just to see. I don't know if that's the be-all, end-all, you know? Like I said, you do it one way, you test it. It may or may not work. You never know. You tried Satisfactory? I have not played Satisfactory. I've watched a lot of people. 100 members in the Discord. Welcome in, Blue Tiger. Welcome in. But like without... Oh, yeah. That might be what he did, actually. I was trying to figure out how he did the lighting. That actually makes more sense that he did it like that. That's 100% how he did it. I could probably backlight that as well. The one that's in there. The 100th member in the Discord. You might be. You might just be. Members. My thing doesn't want to show it. Stinking thing. Yeah, Goose. You are the one. You did it. If you count the bots, it's 100. Hey, we'll take what we can get, man. In my heart, those are definitely real people. They've never said anything, but they're definitely real. Ignorance is bliss, alright? I don't think this is going to be the route. I don't really have anything to do with that. I think a wall detail like this is going to be the route, honestly. But yeah, I am hoping... I'm thinking maybe Friday we play some Subnautica and switch it up. Because I want to keep growing the community with other games. Start filling out those other chats and stuff as well. Which partially will come when I finally... I have to play more Subnautica to finish the base that I want to build. I have a very, very rough start to it. But we'll get there eventually. I'm also thinking of making like 100 days style video, but for building. And Subnautica might be the place I start with that video concept, but man, it's going to be slow. How to build for 100 days while streaming, and then make a video on it. Might be a process, but I like the idea of it. I really like the 100 days style videos. They do very well in general, and it kind of allows me to play games on stream and then turn them into videos later. And hop through like a bunch of different games, which is the goal eventually. Currently we're building in Grounded because Grounded got the update and I'm having a lot of fun. But as we go, I'll play less Grounded or play like Grounded specific days of the week. I'll never get rid of it. It will always be a thing as long as I'm having fun building. I will keep playing Grounded. But I'd like to throw in 1 or 2 streams a week with a different game and start doing that. We'll be filling the Enshrouded chat. Nice. I will 100%. It might be when this new update comes out. I didn't see the release date. I don't know if you guys saw the release date or if they just teased it. But there's some new biomes, trees, and stuff that will be coming out soon, or hopefully soon, I guess. So I definitely want to. Honestly, I don't hate that either. Choices, man. That might be too much. We could do like just build it. Sometimes you gotta build it to see it. What if we did this though? Chatting in Minecraft soon as well. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever play Minecraft again, but I want people to feel like they can chat about it. It's a good enough building game that if people are playing it, which it does seem like a lot of people are, I want people to be able to post their stuff there, since there's going to be people playing it forever. It's never going away, I don't think. Kind of like this side more now. This is a little funky, but I kind of like it more than that. Especially because I can do lighting behind it, which I think is what I like. Want to build a massive mansion in Enshrouded, Grounded, Minecraft? Which one? I know you're more of a builder, but it would be fun seeing you play other types of games. I mean, there's definitely possibilities as we keep growing and stuff. I'll never say never. Do it. Post videos in the Discord too if you've got Discord. Or not videos, but I guess you can do videos. There's no difference, but screenshots is what I'm trying to say. So everybody can see, get ideas. Well, I want to have a very large community of different games where anything you can build in. But that's like saying I consider building like the room of requirement in Hogwarts Legacy. Like that is considered built. I'd made a massive room of requirement in one of them. I haven't finished the other 3 yet, or hardly even started. But so that was a building mechanic for me. So it's like any game that has some type of building, I will be playing at some point. I'll definitely be playing Enshrouded. I just need to figure out the build system a little bit better, which will probably just take deciding a week to play it on stream and messing with it and having fun. Once I get an outline for my new game plus to go to base, I'll send a video for suggestions. Nice. There's a lot of really good builders in the chat as well that can be very helpful. Not just me. Already have quite a few people that have built some really cool stuff. Where did you hear about the updates for it? On a YouTube short, I think. Sounds like a new biome, at least if you're talking about Enshrouded. I think you were right. Yeah. There's going to be trees like massive trees added and like a new forest type biome from the sounds of it. Which looks cool. Because I thought a tree house would be a really cool build in that game. And in like a massive tree that they're adding, that would be really cool. Field would be very cool for it. I have a build. All I've done is like flatten the area out in Enshrouded. But I have a big, like, I can't remember what the place is called. One of the tombs of the queen, something or other. It's like one of the main story locations. On top of that, there's like a big, weird, big, I don't know, it's like the only hill mountain type thing totally by itself. And so I covered up the top of that base and want to build like a giant castle on top of it. Castle city sort of thing. How did you get so good at building? Couple things I would say to that. One, I have an architectural degree. I worked in an architecture firm for 8-something years. So I'm sort of naturally understand building. I don't know, it fits my creativity very well. Because I've always liked making buildings. So like base building feels like second nature to me. But on top of that, time in the build system it helps a lot, but it doesn't necessarily make you good or bad at it. I'd say more than anything, it's the time I've put into playing with the build system. I just have like an innate understanding of what I can and can't do in this game. And other games that I've played a lot in, like putting time into learning all the pieces, how you can rotate them, how you can make them like fit together, in experimenting, is what allows you to come up with like these designs. Really, a lot of the times, like someone said, "Hey, you can put a triangle pebblet foundation in between a mushroom block, and it creates this cool effect." So I'm like, I want to use that on a build. So I just built this. Started out this whole thing just as one of these. And then I built out this little piece and built another one. I was like, okay, I could just repeat that a bunch. Created one little piece, one little detail, and just kind of kept going. But a lot of it is just being willing to experiment with the build system. I feel like a lot of my builds were very boring. The pagoda base was cool, but overall it's pretty simple. Once you get past the crazy building, off-grid building system that I did, overall it's not that ridiculous of a base. It's fairly simple when you break it down. It's just got decent details to it. But like this piece, this was just nothing. And this was horrible. And I figured out like this building sort of piece. And then that inspired this building piece. And I just started having a ton of fun like putting all these weird pieces. And then they just kept adding more and more. But I think more than anything, yes, I have a creative mind and I can sort of picture things. But a lot of it's just putting the time and effort into learning the build system and all the pieces. I wasn't a big fan of Enshrouded because the building looked really cool, and it probably is, but I couldn't do much at the beginning and never got into it. It was slow. The early part of Enshrouded was painfully slow for me. Honestly, I'm right there with you. It was rough. Was not a big fan of it in the beginning. And I still haven't gotten into the build system enough to enjoy it yet. And I think that's part of the struggle, is the build system feels extremely foreign in that game, whereas in a lot of games it just kind of feels a little more natural. Grounded to me feels very natural to build in. Enshrouded is very difficult to build in because of the way they've set it up. Someone built a great hall from Hogwarts, floating candles. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I saw that build. It's insane. That's part of what I really enjoy about the idea of building an Enshrouded, is just like the pure freedom it has. Where Grounded is very... I think I've found a lot of interesting ways to push the building in this game past a lot of its limits that most people see. Not many people building like this. But Enshrouded is like specifically made to do what I like doing, so I think I need to get into it at some point. I gotta get past my grounded obsession a little bit further. I think we finish the sandbox build out, get the houses, get this temple built, finish out the little details, finish the housing districts that go through here, the oasis bathhouse sort of thing, a little market, and then I might jump in and like hardcore play some other games. How did you put the wall next to pebble foundations? I can show you. I'll show you after the ads run. I don't want to make sure you don't get an ad here in the next 10 seconds. Is there a video of the start of your pagoda base? No, but that is the next video I'm going to be making, is a tutorial on how to build it. Once the ads are done, let me know. I've decided some great tips for building an Enshrouded. I'll help you out when you decide to try. Nice. I will take the help. I feel like I've seen some really, really, really cool builds in Enshrouded. But honestly, so many of them are like, there aren't many people making good content on it really that I've found yet. I haven't done a deep dive into it, but a lot of the builders are not playing it, it seems like. I can't tell if it just like, because it was in early access, it hasn't hit yet to hit the massive viewership or anything, or what's holding it back. But either way, I still want to play it. I can build some crazy stuff in there. After seeing the competition that they did, I can definitely build some crazy things in that game and have a lot of fun with it. But I have to finish this build first before I really dive into another game and start doing crazy stuff. But yeah, Little Wolf, I will be doing a pagoda-based tutorial. I'm just going to do like an outline, essentially. I'm not going to get into all the little details and completely rebuild it in a video, but I'm going to do all the basic outer and interior walls, basic setup, basic doors, the elevator system that goes up and around, the armory sort of rough layout, and then kind of how to do this stuff across, because those are some of the weird things. There's some weird stuff that I won't even be able to replicate perfectly. Well, I gotta go, and good night, Mr. Builds in chat. Hey, man. Appreciate it, Crazy. Thanks for hanging out. Sounds like any survival game starts slow and building in depth takes ages to get to due to upgrades, blueprints, perks, etc. that the devs lock. Yeah. That is the one struggle, is you really have to, like, fully complete the game before you can get into, like, massive mega building. You could start building early on, but like if you don't have all the materials in Enshrouded, there's so many good materials, it's not even worth like trying to build until you have all of them unlocked, because some of them are so much better. There's some really cool materials and stuff. So I have a lot of Enshrouded done, but I have not finished it completely. Naturally, right when I was getting really into it and I was starting to build, the 1.4 update released for Grounded. So I was like announced, and then I was like, okay, I got to start grinding materials. But yeah, Uzin, I'll definitely hit you up. Oh, Revan or Redwood, one sec. Let me show you that. I forgot to answer your question. Go in your home. So both of your questions, how did you put the wall next to the pebblet foundations? So it's specifically the triangle ones. You have to use the triangle ones, and for some reason the triangle ones allow you to do that. So just because of those, and then you can finish the look by just placing them on the other side. And that's how you get that whole detail. Simple as that. And then, did you use pebble stairs? Oh, like the ramps. Yeah, the ramps. Yep, just like this, but rotated the other way. That's all. It's that simple. And I got that idea from Luderev. If you haven't seen his base tour, he has a sandbox build that he didn't use the pebble foundations. He used the clay foundations, but he has this massive, like from the Lord of the Rings, the Minas Tirith or whatever. And it he kind of came up with that idea and was like, dude, you need to do this in a build. I was like, deal, bet. I'll happily take that cool idea. Been placing stem foundations inside each other to get the same effect. Interesting. If you're not part of the Discord, you should send pictures so I want to see exactly what you're thinking of. I love seeing random little details like that. Every little thing, like weird interactions where I find like this, where these pieces just stick up above the crow feather roofs, like makes me want to, I gotta build with it. And then you find weird little details and interactions with everything, man. Then I go crazy. Seems like how I accidentally made a floating platform using mushroom half stairs while trying to get the flag on top of the sandcastle. Oh, yeah. I had, originally my pagoda base had a, I was working towards a floating platform for my zip tower that I built way up, and then they removed the hack that I was using with the, what do they call it, the awnings? Yeah. You could make things float with the awnings. And I started it and didn't get it finished before they patched it out. Still gotta install Discord probably tomorrow, no worries. No rush. I'm just a very visual person, so I like seeing. I gotta see it to believe it. No, I just like seeing it. Makes it easier. I don't know why I'm like this, but I always build in blueprints and then fill it all in, even though it's way harder to see. I like building out in blueprints as I test the idea, like right off the bat, and then I have to build it. I can't build too much, or else it just literally makes my eyes bleed. Put them like as high as I can before they... I have to start standing at my desk. My posture's so bad. Yeah, the blueprints are rough. Sometimes they're not bad, but like in the sandbox, they're so bright that like it hurts my eyes to look at this. But they're really nice for testing an idea out, you know? Like, just the rough idea is great, but then like you saw here, like it gets to a certain point where you have to build them to see the idea fully come together. Yeah, you can't see the color, the texture, that's where it's like when I'm using things like this. Exactly what I was gonna say. Makes a huge difference. I kind of like this side more. I don't know why. It's not. I've been pushing the building to the limit lately, and I think I'm on the way to making floating builds. Nice. My legs would get tired. Fish sticks. Scary. But it's better than my neck and back getting tired because I sit at this desk all day long. This is where I sit to work. This is where I sit to stream. This is where I sit to edit. This is where I sit to watch videos and TV and all of the above. I can't decide, man. I'm just gonna have to stare at it for a little while. I have to figure out this whole wall too, and recreate this whole thing on this side. This would look like a lot better if I just did it. So it's one full wall, yeah. And then that's centered, one full wall out. Now I'm so tired but want to finish the video. Which video? The new video I posted or something else? The top 10 build tips to become a better builder and grounded? You mean the live stream? The live stream. Dude, why are you fighting so hard? Yeah, well, I'll be on for potentially another 30 minutes to an hour, so take that as you will. If you're tired now, you're going to be much more tired in 30 minutes or an hour. And you can always watch it afterwards. That's the great part about YouTube, is you get a VOD immediately after the stream finishes. No rest for the wicked, right? It's what everyone feels like. I'm very amazed at how determined everyone is to catch the streams. Probably going to get off. It's 11:30 and I got school tomorrow, but the stream is too good. See you, Goose. Thanks for hanging out, man. Don't worry, we will be back. I am currently streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and potentially on Saturdays as well. Excuse you? Hello? I want my piece back. Is it that? At work in the morning? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm on the West Coast, and it seems like the vast majority of my viewers are not on the West Coast. They're either across the freaking ocean in Europe, or we got like Australia, some Brazilian viewers, all sorts of different people. Just happened to catch the stream as I opened up YouTube now that I'm home from work. Nice. Blue Star, awesome. Appreciate you hanging out. Texas, yeah. I'm amazed at how many like random. I don't know why it just felt like the majority of viewers should be from the West Coast, which doesn't make any sense. It's not how it works, but it just felt like that. And then I was amazed when I was like, someone was like, dude, I'm from Great Britain. You're like, what? I'm from Australia. I had multiple people from Brazil. They're like, oh my gosh, we love your builds and Cathedral. And I'm like, dude, his stuff's crazy. He's an awesome content creator. I'm like, getting compared to some Brazilian creator that's way better than I am. You're like, deal. Very cool how the internet can kind of span across the world. Dude, what? Hello? But you'll work that way? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't know how this community is so diverse, seriously. It blows me away. I like it though. It's cool having all the different like people, experiences, all that different stuff. Everyone brings their own kind of unique flair to the stream, which is awesome. Why'd the other one let me do it though? That's gonna drive me nuts though. Did that destroy the picture frame? Yes. Yes, it did. How did I do this one then? Oh, well, that's how. I guess I just have to do this then. That works. Same thing, right? I don't know why one of them destroyed and the other just worked. Guess I'm never getting these acorns back as well. So I ain't coming up here to get them. From West Coast, I don't really have to worry about not catching the whole stream. You and you alone. Glad someone doesn't have to. I'd love to stream way earlier, but can't make it happen these days. have to get the kid asleep before I can stream, so. Eventually I may be able to start earlier. You might be. I have not. Most of the people are from the Midwest. Midwest, East Coast, or Europe. Multiple people that are in here at like 6 in the morning. Like, what? I appreciate the commitment, because I've never been that committed to hardly anything. There's 2. Getting there. And the hope is it only gets better and better as we grow the community. I don't know how people can wake up at like 5 a.m. and just watch this stream immediately. Dude, seriously. I appreciate the heck out of it, but it blows my mind. I can't think of any streamer that I've gotten up that early for. But I also have a kid, so I need all the sleep I can get. So maybe that's part of what the issue is. It's changed the way. I used to stay up until like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I had a kid, and that changed. I feel horrible if I stay up until 11:30 now. Oh, no worries. I'm the worst speller in the world, Gary. I have a chronic habit of being a miserably bad at that, where I just, my old habits, I guess, I tend to just like type and then immediately hit enter before even putting 1 millisecond into reading what I wrote. So oftentimes it looks horrible. I'm like, I sound like an idiot. I try to type really fast too, and I peck like a chicken. I'm like a really fast typer, but I type really weird. It works. It's not accurate, though. That's not what I wanted. It works for me. I've had people go, how do you type so fast? It's crazy. I'm like, well, when you don't care about the content of what you're typing, it's a lot easier to type it fast. Got up at 5 a.m. Get up at 5 a.m. to go to work, man. I got up at 5 a.m. because that's when my son woke up this morning. I was not part of that decision by any means. My wife and I would both sleep in way later. We used to sleep in. I've worked from home since COVID was a thing, and the original lockdowns in the States. And because of that, I was waking up. I'd stay up until about 2 in the morning. Then I would go to sleep and wake up at 8 o'clock, walk into my office, start work. And that was just how I rolled every single day. And man, was it glorious. And I have to get up and shower. I could take a shower during lunch and just like relax. It was great. I miss those days. Honestly, the curve does look good. Alright, this is how we'll test it. So I was saying about building with symmetry. Get up at like 6 a.m. to get ready for school. I'm not looking forward to getting a job. That's the worst. It's the worst part of life, man. School is amazing. I very much miss school. I don't necessarily miss the really long nights because I did architecture school in college. High school was a joke. That was so easy. This is cleaner, but it feels, maybe it just needs something on these walls is all. That could just be it. Not like, don't overclutter it. Keep the good, simple stuff done. Simply. It does seem a little bulky. Could be a better effect just adding some fun stuff here. But yeah, getting a job sucks. Your life went from very just random do whatever you want, whenever you want, have a blast, to like this repetitive nothingness. I hate doing the same thing every day. So that's part of it. This is interesting. Could even put some other materials in here as well. That's a great little detail. I have to use that. I like that. It's fitting. I feel like getting a job is going to be extra hard for me because of my extreme anxiety. It won't help, unfortunately. Just depends on what job you get as well, honestly. I mean, like my job, I worked as a operations manager in a medical sales company, medical stuff. So we sold, like, my job specifically was making sure all of the kits for trauma cases. So if you like broke your hand and you needed plates, screws to fix it, I was the one that made sure it was there on time, had all the pieces for the case that they needed, and then got everything picked up and organized as well, back and forth and refilled and restocked and all that stuff in sort of a warehouse job. That job was miserable because I worked like the salesman that got paid a lot of money, and I didn't get paid a lot of money. And I got so good at the job that they fired a dude who, he was a horrible person. He's not a fun person to work with. He was miserable. So I fully agree with them firing him. But they gave me his entire department with no pay raise whatsoever. And that's when I decided I'm out of here. I got a different job. It was a very simple sales position. I'm a sales manager for an architectural site furnishings company now. And we just sell bike racks, bollards, benches, steel fabricated stuff, nothing too crazy. Sort of the opposite of architecture. I get to work in architecture without actually having to work the hours of an architect, which is great. And I get to do design work still, designing new products and stuff, along with doing sales, which I enjoy. Breaks up the monotony. And then once it became a work from home job, it became the easiest thing I've ever done. I just get to, like, during the day, I get to turn on a stream or a movie or whatever. I'm very ADHD. And I have to have like 5 things going or my brain can't do anything. I'll just sleep. Just lay down on the couch and watch YouTube shorts. But it's allowed me to kind of work the way I like to work, so I can be extremely productive while watching different videos or content. Start sitting straight up. I don't know why I put the mic way forward and it forces me to lean. I'm also really bad at talking and interacting with people. You'll get better at it. Honestly, it just takes time. I hate talking to people. The best part about streaming is I'm talking to people without talking to people, you know? Does that make sense? That's what's great about it. My wife has always said I talk too much too, which that part's a great fit. Pretty sure I should have made all of these lights white to match. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Feel that always listening to something in the background, and if I'm just watching a video or a movie, I have to have snacks or else I'm just gonna be on my phone, right? I'll eat all day long if I don't have that. Hello? There we go. That's why first person sucks. Yeah, working from home is the best. And luckily the job just kind of fell into my lap that way. Purely because of COVID. Okay, that's something to be said, actually. This could be a really interesting lighting effect, actually, now that I think about it. So if we did the opposite, and these became like lighting elements. And we backlit every single one. How many of these do I have left? Oof. Let's do this. But you'll probably have some bad jobs and you'll have some good jobs. My current job doesn't necessarily have, part of the reason I am streaming and making content is I don't have a huge amount of long-term growth at the company, just because it's a small 3-person company, unless I buy it eventually. But my boss is still fairly young, so the odds are not in my favor of buying it anytime soon. So that's why I'm making content at this point, so I can make extra money, keep getting ahead, do something that I have a little more control over being successful at, because I get to create the terms of what success is. I don't think I was talking about anything too crazy, just job stuff. But you'll have good jobs and bad jobs. Yeah, that's what I was saying, was just... this current job doesn't have a lot of long-term growth at it. So that's why I'm doing content and finding other means to get ahead. And I have way more fun. Yeah, you probably missed nothing then. And I have way more fun doing this than sitting at a desk. Still sitting at a desk all day, but like in a different capacity. It's true, Gary. Mad crap.
Meals on wheels.
Get out of here with that. Come on. He got some real soggy fish sticks. No, don't do that. Rude. Yeah, hit them. Dude, go away. Unsubbing right now. Dang it. He's onto us. No, I want science cones. That don't do me nothing. I actually think I do have a lot of this, yeah. I get so into building and just using all the ash cement that it's like I gotta remember to replenish my stocks. That's also what my job allows me to do, is just like sit here with the game open and farm materials during the day so I can always be ready for stream. That has been a huge perk of my current job. Because it doesn't really, I don't really have to spend any time. I can just let the days cycle. So I can continually grab new materials all the time. And perpetuate the endless building. Check these trinkets. I need to dedupe all those. Hated my last job, worked at a warehouse in the e-com department, got fired instead of the temps for various reasons back in December, got a job as a sub-janitor nearly a month ago. Sometimes life works that way, but it always ends up working out for the better in the long run. It's not always easy to see in the moment, but sometimes hating a job, the best thing that could happen is being forced to leave. Dude, so bad. It's like the best thing that ever happened to me in my last job is that they fired the guy and then gave me his department and they saved 75 grand a year and didn't give me a pay bump whatsoever. And I'm like, cool, so you double my workload and I get nothing for it, and they wouldn't hire an assistant or anything. I'm like, all right, well. And then one of the sales reps in the new department that I took over was like, wait, you have an architecture degree, right? Well, like my best buddy owns this company selling architectural site furnishings, and he needs an employee that can read architectural plans. And I'm like, well, I'm that guy. Let's do it.
Looks like a mine up ahead.
And it's worked out amazingly. Damn. Like, been in that struggle of figuring out what the heck you're gonna do with your life, you know? It's the hardest part about finishing school as well, is it's like you have that realization. Like, a lot of people say they have like a midlife crisis. Definitely had a quarter life crisis. Going through a quarter life, maybe a third. You say I'm 32, so a third of life crisis. Just trying to figure out, like, what the heck am I gonna do with my life, man? What do I want to do? What do I enjoy enough that I want to do it every day and make a living doing it? This is currently would be really fun, but we got a long, long ways to go before we're even close to any of that. Lots to do still. But like my wife got laid off from her job previously, which was a huge bummer, right in the middle of her maternity leave. And it ended up working out okay. She's trying to figure things out still, but she, where are you at? Are you destroying things? Or just... No? Okay. But yeah, she got laid off during maternity leave, which ended up giving her paid maternity leave, which was great. But it's been a struggle figuring out where to go from there. She got a job that pays the bills currently, but it's not the goal long term. But sometimes you got to go through that to figure out where you actually want to go. Guess I need hauling hero on. Thankfully I have some ideas for jobs plus content creation on the side. Yeah, as long as you got a plan and you're working towards it, you're good. It's always hard to have the patience. I mean, like, it took me about almost a year. Uh-oh, please no. No, no, no. Dude, you turd. I gotta bring him away from there. He keeps destroying that stuff. And when he does it wrong, if he destroys the wrong thing, I'm never gonna be able to fix it again, which is gonna be a bummer. Literally, you have to load a save. I know it'll be a lot of work though. I mean, as someone who's doing content creation, it's a lot of work to do while you're doing other things. I feel like it's very easy to be like, oh, it's so easy. But it is not. It is an absolute ton of work to do good content. Not hard to just do content creation on the side, but if you want to make good content and actually be successful and make money at it, you do have to put a lot of effort and be very consistent, I think, is the bigger thing. If I was able to stream every night, I would be 10 times further along than where I currently am. But you gotta work with where you're at too. It's also part of the struggle. If anything though, I'm technically making $2 less an hour, but without being signed for health insurance. Make like 10 more per week. Pay is bi-weekly. That's what my pay is. I got paid once a month at the medical supply company, and it was... I don't know. I don't know if I like it more or not, honestly. It's hard to say. One night of streaming, I made more money per hour than I made at my current job, but it was only one night. If you average it out, it definitely doesn't equal that. But I like to think of it as like how much money I made in one stream. So I streamed for 3 hours and I made more money per hour than I make at my job, but that hasn't happened since. Well, I thought it was funny. I was giving my wife crap. I was like, I think you're gonna have to start putting him to bed, the baby to bed, because I'm over here. We're making a living now, you know. We're killing it. And having a second shift job means I get to interact with my best friend more often, since he also has a second shift and works the same school district. Not sure what you're gonna do about the summer yet. Your summer classes, right? You always gotta clean schools. There's always something happening there. If I make content, I'd probably try a lot editing, but longer gaps between vids. I think the mix, for me, the mix of streaming has been extremely helpful. My growth as a content creator in terms of just like subs has been exponentially higher doing streams than just videos. I think you have to have both in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. Never really used these like this. I don't know if that's something, but it's a thing. I think doing both is very good. I feel like you can reach a lot more people streaming consistently, and it creates the consistency in it. And then I take longer to make videos personally. But when I was just making videos, it was excruciatingly painful trying to edit every single day. I don't have the time to edit every day, or at least as much as I'd like to. It's not centered. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I have enjoyed streaming quite a bit. If you have a good personality for it, and you just like talking, it can be very enjoyable. I like the live interaction with the community as well. That part's been really fun. And the amount of subs I've gotten since I started streaming versus just making videos, it makes it so you can have the gaps in between. Because it's not easy to create content on a consistent basis while working a full-time job. If this is all I did every day, it'd be a very different story. I could bust videos out nonstop. I think the last time I uploaded was nearly 2 years ago. I've been getting into stuff with FL Studio, and for the fun of it, uploaded 2 songs onto a new channel. Nice. It's a fun way to express yourself as well. I've enjoyed the ability to kind of do something I really enjoy, which is mega building in games, and like having people to share that with. It's a passion of mine that I've always enjoyed. And the nice thing is you can do content creation on literally everything. If you can do it, someone's making content on it. And that's the great part, is there's room for... You can't have too many content creators in a space. Just makes the community bigger and better. I wish there was more people still making grounded content. I'm not sure if I like this as much as that. Maybe the lighting needs to be like a different color. That'd be interesting. It's the struggle. It's so hard, I can't decide. Alright, we'll take... This is a great part about having symmetry in builds. Is I can test different ideas, or the same, almost the same ideas. What? Get over here. Oops. Just test. Recording vids is the easy part, but editing, yeah, 100%. Doing a good job on editing is what makes the videos like entertaining and interesting. Like, you can be entertaining, but if it's just you in a video, it's much less entertaining. If you can find a way to make interesting edits and stuff, it can completely change the way a video feels. Makes a huge difference. Small amount of grounded content creators I know of is a bit sad. Pretty much just you and I'm Cade, and technically my friend Bubbly Bub, who streamed the game once so far on Twitch. I was like, I never heard of him, but yeah, that's probably because he only streamed once. Yeah, there's a handful of others. Jade still makes a little bit of content, mostly doing live streams and clickbait crap. Paralyzer makes good, decent content still. The Partisan Spy is pretty good content creator. He does a lot of other games as well. It's not super consistent grounded stuff, but unfortunately the creator realm has sort of died out on grounded a lot. Honestly, that's why the game feels more dead than I think it is because the creators aren't making content on a consistent basis anymore. Makes a huge difference. Content creation massively helps games stay alive for much longer. Maybe I do the backlighting behind the mushrooms. That glow might be cooler. Easier as well. It's not horrible. Grounded 2 comes out, it would probably bring a lot of more creators. Oh, 100%. I wish I had started content creation when this game was in early access. But like Subnautica 2 is gonna coming out in early access next year maybe. Very excited about being able to play that for streams. Making crazy bases and that. As long as base building's similar. I'll be very excited about that. I really hope that there's a grounded 2 though. It would be amazing. I need it in my life. Interesting. It's weird that like clips in there. Yeah, I would have loved to create content on Grounded from the beginning. Think of how many builds I would have. I might try Subnautica 2, but I might run into the same issue I had with Subnautica. I mean, it's if it's a success, you are gonna poop your pants. The issue with Below Zero is that they lost that sense of like exploration and horror. Like, I didn't feel that at all in Below Zero. The space, it was too confined. It was a little too small. Visually, one of the prettiest, like most beautiful games I've ever played. Below Zero is such a good looking game. But they lost that sense of exploration for me, which is what had a massive effect on it. Isn't it supposed to be more realistic? It definitely looks more realistic. Or are you saying Subnautica 2? That I have no clue. I don't really know anything about Subnautica 2 at this point. Not a whole lot of details have been released, just a couple screenshots. But Below Zero was meant to be like a standalone game. Like, it's not Subnautica 2. And so I think that's where it may have lost people. I should like that a lot. Interesting. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I know it's supposed to be like an actual expansion upon Subnautica 1. It actually is built in the same universe and stuff. Unlike Below Zero is, but it's sort of its own thing. I don't know. It's not a sequel. It's meant to be its own thing. I like that. I do like that. And then more statues. Except they're not going to place again, so I gotta get rid of these. Gosh, why did they make these textures so weird? Struggle of using mapping, texture mapping, instead of just building the blocks out. The hitboxes are too good, right? That's one thing I would have changed. Don't you do that. There you go. I would have made them all square blocks, every single one. No texture mapping whatsoever. You know you want to place. Come on. You can do it. Ah, there it went. This is on my new video. Placing stuff like that, except it's not even centered. Dang you. Dang you. Sometimes it is cool. More often than not, it drives me nuts. Dang it, it's not centered. Yeah, the lighting it works very well for. For just putting things down, though, it doesn't need to have the texture. But sometimes jankiness works. Oh. Can't complain about jank sometimes. For these specifically, it's annoying. Like, these ones were really annoying as well. Getting them perfectly placed on this stupid little stem portion. And even like the Mant statue. The Mant statue is jank sometimes. Like it immediately wants to like tip on everything it touches. So you have to place it perfectly or it won't work. Yeah, I feel like the double's the route. Then I could maybe do something else instead of statues, honestly. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I'm liking it. It's coming together. Feels good. Still some roof detail. Still have to do all the lighting. We have a massive chandelier to build. That I have to put some serious. Yeah, I kind of like the broodmother mount. It didn't look great, but it might look better with two. This one just doesn't feel like there's enough going on. The wall's too big. But that feels a bit better. Even if it's something totally different. Oh yeah, this one has the light on it too, so that'll look cool too. You never know. So many random designs. This is part of the reason, oops, I wish I started making content on Grounded sooner, because I feel like there's a lot of really crazy ideas that I could have shown off to a massive audience. Created a larger community of builders earlier on. I think a lot of people miss out on the amazingness. Just got an ad for a gun. That's weird. You been searching for guns recently? Oh, this is a good little detail too. Do I like that more? I don't know. Non-lethal. It's kind of interesting. I do like the opposite effect. Here. Yeah. The little details, man. The little details add so much. Oh, that's not even what I was doing there. Well, that made me be different. You never know. That doesn't look horrible either, though. Maybe the bottom's like that, so I can do a little table sort of thing here. Do something and then not do it at the top. Kind of like that. Yeah. And then I can add some light or something. Maybe that's where this little guy goes. Kind of like the backlighting on those better. Boom. Definitely won't go there. Interesting. I don't know. Question is, or the Ant Queen ones are kind of nice. If it's like, I have to dupe a bunch of them. Stupid textures, man. Not horrible. This is the key to building. You gotta be willing to mess with everything. You've never solved the riddle, you know? Dude, even that looks kind of cool. Hold up. That's why I love symmetry. Yeah, the Ant Queen's kind of interesting. I could do like each Ant Queen on a different wall or something. There's not 4 though, so that might be weird. But like that even looks cool, dude. What the heck? This is the struggle. I almost come up with too many ideas to know what to do. That goes up. I do like up better. Yeah. That looks really interesting as well, though. I don't know. The entire chat is your message. Hey, there's one else. You can count the infected queen. Oh, you're a genius. There's a head mount for that, right? Where's the infected one? So there's those. Is there not an infected queen mount? Is that what I'm being told right now? Devs. Developers. We've been through this before. If there's a bug, I need a mount of it. Alright, I'm sending them a message tomorrow. Remind me at 9 a.m. tomorrow to send the grounded devs a message about making an infected ant queen mount. What's the point of having all the mounts if you don't add all the mounts? You know? Did they really not make the infected queen mount and stuff? Doesn't look like it. Almost looks like a jaw with fangs. I'll have to go back and look at what I was doing. I got distracted. I don't think there's a stuffed one either. Which makes no sense, because there's stuffed ants. Like the soldier ant and both the ants have the infected versions. So why is the queen not one? Unless I'm just lost. It should be right here. They even have the stuffed ant and the... Pretty sure there was a regular ant, was there not? Where am I missing it? Ah, yeah, and the stuffed worker ant too. They did that for a long time where they didn't have all of them, and I couldn't figure it out. This is interesting. Interesting enough, we got a test. That should work. What's behind there? Oh, it's that. That needs to be there though, doesn't it? No, maybe not. I had someone asking about why I use half walls all the time as well. That is why. Because a full wall would not allow you to do that. And then you can come back and go, doop. The little things. Wait, why does it work on that side, not the other one? Oh, because that goes straight. Because there's stairs? Yeah. Yeah, it was Gary. I should have known. Little things like that. Details that, like, that doesn't look like it should work. But it works because of half walls. You could do it with a full wall, in a full wall, but very few situations where it actually does anything. That is one of them, though. It's one of those weird niche things you learn from building for thousands of hours. First, all infused have explosive bugs, then the weird sandbox building bug. Now we have inconsistent items. I think the struggle is that there's so many. There was other companies working on it as well. Unfortunately, is part of that issue. Wouldn't fully blame Obsidian, but I think the lack of a test server. Dude, Gary, it's like we typed exactly the same. That's exactly what I do. Lol or haha, or even when it's not funny, I type that at the end. But yeah, Blue Star. I think part of it is just the circumstances that came with this update. There's a couple specific things, like PlayStation is miserable to work with. And because of that, they didn't allow any updates to come out before this. That weren't released on PlayStation as well because the game was coming to the platform, which sort of created issues with not being able to do testing, I think, is the way I sort of understand how that contract works. You can't change the game 3 months in advance of it releasing on PlayStation, which means they couldn't release any content whatsoever on other platforms that PlayStation couldn't get, and you couldn't release a public test beta for a game that hadn't launched on a console yet, essentially. So a couple weird circumstances arose, and I think it was an ambitious update, to say the least. Actually, very ambitious update overall. And hard to test. There's millions of trinket combos, millions of different combinations of things. Yeah, they have a stick up their butt. Yep, exactly. I think I would blame PlayStation more than I would blame Obsidian, if anything. Doesn't allow for anything to really be placed in there, but it's interesting. No clue. I sort of like that better, but I don't know. But also just like trying to test New Game Plus 10 sounds ridiculous. Like nothing about that seems easy to test because you have to get into the game to a point where you have like infused weapons that have good stats on them. You have to have all this extra stuff that you're trying to like make. You're trying to like theorize like what ridiculous combo like someone's gonna randomly get on a trinket and that's gonna break the game. Because there's some really weird interactions, like the Thorns thing. No one's going to expect that Thorns was going to be this one-shot ability that they're going to have to nerf, like, and that's an extremely difficult thing to balance. Because it's a very niche thing that no one was using beforehand. Not one person thought, Thorns, that's a good build, I'm going to use those. Like, they were, or summon Thorns, like, no one thought that was going to be good. It's just a weird interaction that you get from adding all sorts of ridiculous content like they did. Grounded 2 with the lizard boss. I'd be alright with it. I honestly have no clue, any way, shape, or form, if they released Grounded 2, what it would even do. Would it be in a different country? Would it be the same backyard? Do they move houses and they get a new house? The kids are grown up and like teenagers come back for a science experiment in school or something. I don't know. There's so many ways you could take it. So many really interesting ways. I can't decide. They're both so good. This allows bug mounts, which is cool. This just looks cool. With like cool lighting as well. Like, oh, man, decisions. No, that kind of ruins the lighting effect I think that I want. Yeah, because that's going to be the actual pine cones. I just like the back. Bring it back. I mean, I made a specific area in this base because I was convinced they were going to add the lizard boss because they'd put so much effort into the modeling and stuff. But like, I was convinced that they were gonna, I didn't think it was gonna be the lizard. I thought they were gonna add the ant queen as a boss here. Honestly, I was right in the fact that they added the ant queen, but I thought it was gonna be underneath this rock, and I was not expecting 3 of them. I was like, black ant queen right here. This is what's happening. Probably be based on Schmechter experimenting on kids again. Would like to see a bunch of the removed content make it into the sequel. The nice thing about it is that they could release it on Unreal Engine 5. And the amount that they could do with Unreal Engine 5 would be absolutely insane. Just visually, it's already a beautiful game. It's a very unique like art style and stuff, but I love the art style of this game. It's so unique. It's like nothing, no other game before it. It's not trying to be like all other survival games that are just like really bad RuneScape level graphics. There's some about it that I really like. It's coming together, man. Lots to do still, but lots of little details, but little things are coming together. I don't feel like I got all that much done tonight, but it was fun. Really want like a ton more bosses. Yeah, they wouldn't have any real limits. Yeah, and they could get rid of the whole RuneScape graphics are nostalgic, and that's why they should be kept with RuneScape. I like the nostalgia of the old graphics in old games. I don't like them being applied to new games. They're nostalgic for a reason. Oh yeah, I gotta change those to the other blocks. I just don't like the whole, no, it's not, it's the first game that comes to mind, but like Sons of the Forest and Valheim and stuff. Like, I don't want to have to download a mod to make the game look good. I want to play a game that looks good. At this point, I think we've reached the level of like games should look good, have a good style. Yeah, I think the nice thing, if you've seen, someone made Grounded but in Unreal Engine 5, just like some of the textures and bugs and stuff, they can make it look so cool, like incredibly cool. I think there's a ton of potential for it, and you get rid of the old consoles, you can go bigger and better, not being like stuck with an old console. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. It is now 10:30. This is my typical ending time. Had some fun, got some stuff built, did the hedge lab. Here, let's end it with run into Burgle, so I can put these in his, actually I have a TP right to him. We'll come in here, we'll get this Burgle talked to, get these chips submitted. There we go. Yeah, I got that stuff. Alrighty, but we will call it there. It was a good stream. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Had a great time. I might post a poll about playing Subnautica Friday. Slightly tempted. I gotta think about it. But it does sound like a good time. I should be... What, tomorrow is Thursday? Yeah. Should be streaming tomorrow and Friday as well. That's the plan, at least. There's always a chance that my son says otherwise and has a rough night or something, and I can't stream. So I can't promise streams every single night no matter what. But plan is always Tuesday through Friday with potential Saturday streams, depending on what I'm doing. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight, though. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Get some sleep, because y'all are up late, except for Gary. It's normal time for him. But thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.